Mesdames et messieurs, Robert De Niro!
Yeah, the photog pool gave Robert De Niro the ovation he deserved as he arrived for the photo call at the Cannes Film Festival ahead of him receiving an honorary Palme d'Or. And also causing quite a commotion was the man who would present that award to Bob. Yeah, Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio was in the French house to honor his former co-star, and you'd think that Leo was the one getting the award, given the ovation that the crowd gave him. Yeah, the ovation goes on for a full minute. Because it's been a minute since we've seen Leo, yeah, Leo is only really around when he's promoting a movie. I've said this before, but yeah, he and Sandra Bullock kept that old school movie star philosophy that, yeah, if I'm not promoting a movie, you don't see me. So we miss them. Yeah, when they go. And look at that. They're the biggest male and female movie stars still.
Good evening.
But yeah, we last saw Leo in Killers of the Flower Moon, which actually premiered at Cannes 2 years ago and co-starred Robert De Niro. There you go.
Standing here to recognize someone for me and for so many actors of my generation has always been the archetype of who we looked up to. And that is Mr. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro's legacy isn't just in the roles he's played, but in the way he inspired actors to treat the craft, not as performance, but as physical transformation. Growing up in Los Angeles, every young actor I knew watched De Niro's work. We studied him, trying to understand how he immersed himself so completely in his characters. He created the blueprint. He wasn't just another great actor, he was the actor.
It was 30 years prior to The Flower Moon that Leo first co-starred with Robert. The movie was This Boy's Life, and it was actually the beginning of Leo's life as leading man, as it was his first feature film lead role.
Go!
No, don't worry, I'm gone! Just give me my paper route money.
That money is gone with the wind.
No!
That's right, I spent it as you made it.
In his speech, Leo called working with Robert on This Boy's Life an incredible opportunity.
Now, if you know Bob, and I think many of you in this room do, you know he's not someone who particularly enjoys being in the spotlight off camera. If I'm lucky, I'll get a nod from him tonight, maybe even a half smile. And I would take that as a standing ovation.
Yeah, Leo also pointed out that Bob doesn't say a lot in his everyday life, but when he does, it matters.
Every once in a while, even the most private of giants deserves their moment. A moment to be acknowledged, not just for their work, but for the quiet, lasting influence they've had on so many lives, on my life. So without trying to speak for the entire world of cinema here tonight, but probably doing it anyway, there's no one more deserving of this Palme d'Or Lifetime Achievement Award than Mr. Robert De Niro.
And the ovation for Mr. De Niro went on for about 2 minutes, and yeah, Robert was pretty good about it. There were a couple points where you could clearly see he was uncomfortable with all the applause, and really to just stand there for 2 minutes and like receive all that is a lot. But then after Robert's speech, he gave another hug to Leo. And Robert was going to leave with his Palme d'Or, but his on-screen son was on it.
Et pour déclarer ce festival ouvert, j'aimerais accueillir notre prochain invité.
And the two gave wave to Cannes jury member Halle Berry as they exited. Now, speaking of taking it in, this stage manager then had to remove Leo's mic from his apparel and the mic pack. And I can't hear a word she's saying, but I can tell she is milking this time for all it's worth, as she should. And then Leo was off to the after parties. I love that this news cameraman manages to stay with Leo the whole time, walking backwards, We often forget what the cameraman is doing to capture certain shots. And yeah, that's some impressive work. It's funny that he does stay with Leo the whole time. He's just walking to a bar or something like that. But yeah, like I said, we haven't seen Leo in a while. Everyone was really excited. But yeah, what do you think of DiCaprio's speech for De Niro as Robert received an honorary Palme d'Or?